Today, guys, we're going to be talking about renting cars in Grand RP. It's a pretty cool concept. It's technically already in the game, but for some reason, it doesn't work. So before we get into it, if you haven't already joined the server before and want to, be sure to click the link down below in the description, click on Start Playing, select which server you want to play on, register an account, and download the launcher, and you should be good to go from there. Have you ever been in-game, you walked up to someone, you clicked G, and then you went to Real Estate? And then you went to transport and it said renting out cars to the person. You click it and it says you could rent out a van or you can rent them a personal vehicle. But when you do that, it'll say this player has no business or something where it comes to doing that. Now, I'm pretty sure the only people that are able to actually use that are the people who have car sharing businesses. Correct me if I'm wrong down below in the comments section. But either way, a lot of people have actually asked me, how do you rent out cars in Grand RP? And I say, well, did you go to the G menu and everything and click on rent out a vehicle? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it's just never worked. It's always been there since I first joined the city, and it's always never worked. Like I said, I'm pretty sure only people with car sharing businesses can actually do that. But I've never seen anybody do that ever before my entire life. What would be awesome is if they made it where you can actually just rent out your vehicle to another person. They pay you X amount of money, you get that money, and they get to take your car for however long you say they can have it for. Most of the time what people do is they just hand over the keys and let the people drive away, which is obviously a little bit easier. But for the RP, to make it a little more realistic, if you actually rent the car out to them, you can make a little bit of money, or maybe you'll make no money depending on how much you actually rent it for. And it'll all just seem a little bit more fun. I've always been confused on why that's a thing if we're never going to be able to use it, or the only people that can use it are the ones that have $800 million businesses. And like I said, I'm not even sure if they can use it, but having the ability to rent out cars to other people in the city would just be awesome. And you have to admit, the car sharing business itself isn't really a rental car business. It is, but it isn't at the same time, because they're really just sitting at hospitals and populated places where some people will have to rent a car from time to time. It is a rental business, but what if we wanted to do our own little thing and rent out one car here or one car there to people we know or people in the city? Like, you could then post ads saying, renting out Bugatti Chiron, or looking to rent a Bugatti Chiron for 5 hours, willing to pay $20K per hour or something like that. It would be pretty cool, especially if you have a bunch of cars. Like, I have a ton of cars that I have that I would love to rent out to people, but I'm not able to do so. So someone could actually comment down below and let me know who has access to that renting out a car button when you click G on someone and go to the transport menu. I'm sure a lot of other people would wonder the exact same thing. I've even asked admins before and they said you have to own a car sharing business, so I'm assuming it's only those people. But I even owned a car sharing business on the Balkan server. I don't think I ever actually used that button before, and I kind of wish I tried it. But if you were able to do it, it would be so freaking cool. And of course, you'd be able to set the price to however much you want. Let's say it's only available to people who own the car sharing businesses. Have you guys ever actually used that before? And if you have, is it pretty much the exact same as the car sharing business, but instead of them having to go and get a car, you just bring them a car? I'm a little bit confused about the entire thing, to be honest. I also just realized I have 3 stars. When the hell did I get 3 stars? I'm assuming it's from failure to pay fines. I wonder how many fines I have right now. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's only 860 grand. Okay, that's actually not that bad. I thought it was in the millions. Either way, let me know down below in the comments section. Would you guys like to have the ability to individually rent out your own cars to people, or be able to rent out other people's cars? I think it would be awesome. I've always thought there was a way to do it, but I don't think there is at the current moment unless you have a car sharing business. Either way, it would be pretty sick if we were able to. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. And of course, if you do know how to rent out cars, let me know, because I think only people that have car sharing businesses can actually use that interaction. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the next one.